The Digital Transformation Leader, which is not from a shortlist but an independent selection process. It will be presented by Maria Schvedar, Awards Judging Coordinator, and we thank you, Maria, for your work, tireless work on these awards as well too. So a bit about these awards, particularly if you haven't been at one of these award ceremonies before. We're honouring somebody who, through the course of their career, has demonstrated a commitment to transforming their business through successful implementation and adoption of digital solutions, but also has made an impact on the industry as a whole. Our recipient began his illustrious career as a systems engineer at Philips in Eindhoven, focusing on factory automation. He received with his team the Philips Symphony Award for developing the first fully automated Philly shave manufacturing line. Later, he moved to General Electric. So Philly shave, which is basically the Christmas present for fathers for about 3 decades there. So it's hugely important in family dynamics. He created a digital twin of the GE Super Abrasive factory in Dublin using the GE Simplicity platform, achieving virtual machine interoperability between factories in Columbus, Ohio and Dublin, Ireland. At Intel, starting in Phoenix, Arizona, he co-developed the first automated intra-bay solution, now a staple across all Intel manufacturing sites. He became Director of IT Strategy and Technology, leading a transformative team and authoring Managing IT for Business Value. His work took him worldwide, teaching these principles all over from Sydney to Sao Paulo, Beijing to Boston. Next, he co-founded the Innovation Value Institute with the president of Maynooth University, modeled on his time at MIT and Carnegie Mellon. This institute developed the IT Capability Maturity Framework. His leadership in the European Commission's Open Innovation and Strategy Policy Group led to the creation of Open Innovation 2.0, a paradigm shift in digital innovation. As Global Director of IT Innovation at Intel, he set up a network of IT innovation centers. The headquarters in Leixlip marked a major R&D investment, influencing further multinational investments in Ireland. The Engineers Ireland Innovative Engineer of the Year Award, the inaugural one, was presented to him. He also got a Best Paper Award at Symposium Conference. He joined MasterCard as Senior Vice President in 2017, later became CIO and Director of Digital Transformation and Open Innovation at the HSC. During COVID-19, he pioneered several groundbreaking digital health solutions, including remote monitoring and telehealth systems. His leadership in the Irish digital health open collaborative ecosystem has led to remarkable improvements in health outcomes and sustainability. He has had accolades, including World Public Sector Innovation Award from the International Chambers of Commerce, multiple Irish Healthcare Awards, and the European Chief Technology Officer of the Year. Now he's Professor of Innovation at Maynooth University and a visiting professor at the University of Bath, where he continues to influence global digital health transformation through his work with the UN General Assembly Digital Health Symposium and the Stay Left, Shift Left 10x doctrine. His contributions have been profound, establishing him as a visionary leader and educator. What are the rest of us doing with our lives, you may ask? Right, so you probably know who he is. But to officially announce who the Digital Transformation Leader 2024 is, Maria, can you announce it, please? Thank you, Maria.
So without further ado, the recipient is Martin Curley.
A warm round of applause to Martin Curley, this year's Digital Transformation recipient. Congratulations, Martin. Martin, would you like to say a few words? Very quick. I mean, you can have a rest as well, but, do you want me to hold on to that for you, say a few words, yeah?
Well, I'm really afraid to say delighted, and we certainly won't be using it on LinkedIn. I'm delighted to accept this. I'm with a fabulous team, and Ireland's doing great on digital. We're number 5th in the world, or in Europe in the Digital Economy and Society Index. But sadly, we're really far behind in health, and that's the area I've been working in for the last 5 or 6 years. I've worked with amazing clinicians, amazing patients, but we have Victorian-style systems, and we absolutely have to fix that. Let me give you some statistics. We're the second largest spender on health in Europe. We're last in digital. We're number 27 out of 27. We have the fullest hospitals. We have the highest amount of respiratory admissions in Europe, despite having the youngest population and the cleanest air. And we can do something about it. And I'm with a table of fantastic clinicians, and we have fantastic clinicians from Donegal that have developed amazing solutions. And when I was promoted at Intel, I moved to Sacramento as Director of IT Strategy and Technology. And digital transformation is powered by Moore's Law. Some of you might have heard of Gordon Moore, that transistors and computer power is doubling every 18 months or 2 years and being delivered at less or equal cost. But it was my privilege at my first executive ESM meeting, which is the meeting that everybody wanted to attend at Intel. Gordon Moore sat down with me and we had lunch. And it was absolutely amazing. And he was the most humble man. That day, Intel's stock price hit its all-time high, and yet we were eating our sandwiches out of a brown paper bag. Intel was that kind of company, but little did I know, 20 years later, working with the team in Ireland, in New York in September, we were actually going to produce and announce a Moore's Law for healthcare. And when Gordon wrote that paper in 1965, it was rather inelegantly entitled Cramming More Transistors onto Integrated Circuits. He had just 4 data points. But in New York, we have 40 data points. All of them have come from Ireland. We have seen 10x reduction in heart failure admissions, 10x reduction in respiratory admissions, on track to reduce skin cancer deaths by 10x. So I'm just looking around the room here. So let's pick 3 tables. So 3 tables people's worth of people are going to die here from heart failure. So that's about maybe 45 people or a heart attack that we won't know about. But we now have the technology to actually detect that. At my table, Karen Kelly is an advanced nurse practitioner in Portlaoise. She's been remotely monitoring patients with heart failure. You would expect maybe 30% readmissions and some deaths in a year and a half. She didn't have a single readmission. Similarly, with Professor Vera Keatings and the team from Donegal. We took 10 patients that were very sick, that were hospitalized once a month for 15 days. Can you imagine the quality of life? Every month you can look forward to being hospitalized for 15 days, and then you go home and you wait till you're hospitalized again. And we ran a pilot using a 10x technology called RespiraSense. And in 6 months, we didn't have a single hospitalization because Vera and Antoinette Doherty and Donegal were able to see if a person's respiration was deteriorating, gave them a rescue script, and they stayed at home. The patients want to stay at home. So we have a very simple recipe. It's called Stay Left, Shift Left 10x. It's about keeping people well, treating them in the home. We can completely do this. Ireland can leapfrog from last to first in Europe. We actually have all the solutions, but we need to make a decision. If you talk to a clinician in the HSE or other parts of the Ireland, they are demoralized because it gets worse and the systems aren't improving, but we have the solutions. And I'll just finish with 1 point column. Last week, we were able to announce with HSE social inclusion an electronic health record for 15,000 people. And Ireland's the only country in Europe that doesn't have an electronic health record for everybody. I think the next worst country is Slovakia with 47%. Now, the people that have the record are the Roma, the homeless, the international protection applicants, and they fully deserve it. But I think everybody else out here needs an electronic health records. If you don't have an electronic record, people sometimes die or their suffering is extended. So there's a massive opportunity for Ireland to leapfrog. So the next time you're talking to a HSE executive or your politicians, use the words stay left, shift left, 10x, and hopefully we can make this happen. So thank you, Colin.
There you go, Martin.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Stay left, shift left, 10x. Let's get that trending as well too. There'll be an election they denied, there'll probably be one in October, the day after the budget. So remember that for your conversations on the doorsteps. Very good. Well done once again, Martin Curley, our digital transformation leader.